Here is a brand new, what we call a box kit with a magazine, and these are by Stamps by Chloe. So she has done all the designing, and because this is a box kit, you get it in a box. And inside, there's also a magazine, looks familiar, and this gives you certainly a preview of all the wonderfulness inside. But before I get there, let me show you what else is in this kit. You are going to get all of these stamps. There are 4 of them. No, there aren't. There are 14 of them. Excuse me. We can get in a little closer just so you can really see them. Definitely part of the season, so you can see the ornaments, the snowflakes, the bow. Could make a wreath out of that, just and poinsettias. Then there's also this embossing folder. Also has the strands and the ornaments hanging. Then there is these 2 cutting dies. What I think is clever is they've got this holly, and then all the berries are together on one cutting die, so you can just pop them in, and that works well. Then there's also this stencil, and you can see the holly and the snowflakes and the berries are all over there. But I'm not done. There's more. There are also these papers. Now you can see the cutouts right here. There are a total of 46 of them. So as I move this paper, you can see them all. They are double-sided, meaning that the cutouts are on one side, but there's also a printed paper on the other. These are all A2 size. Then we get into the double-sided papers. There are 12 of them. You're going to get 2 of each one that I'm showing you. And again, as I said, they are double-sided. Then go, and then we get back to the rest of the cutouts. They are duplicates of the ones I just showed you. Now, what are you going to do with all of these goodies? Well, that's where the magazine comes in handy. And I've got some tabs down here, so I'll show you what's going on. We can get in just a bit tighter and show you this. So first of all, this is going to show you all the goodies that are included, so you can see the papers, see the dies, the embossing folder, the stamps, the stencil. It's got everything. What I like is that Practical Publishing, who creates these, also gives us some hints of how to do some of the processes, and I think it's really nice when they're doing some different things. So this is some layering of doing that bow, and also layering of those stamps to make them 3D, so that's really nice. Now the whole magazine is dedicated to projects using the contents in the box kit. So as you can see, this is the cutting die, these are the stamps. It just works beautifully. This is one of the papers, and you can see that there's more. And the instructions are in centimeters or they're in inches. So it just depends on what the designer wanted. So I just wanted to give you a little bit of taste, and it's kind of fun for me to go through each of these when we receive them, so I can share them with you. There is a tree made out of the poinsettia stamps, and that works nicely, or you can choose to make a wreath. And that little piece of stamp that had the pine boughs on it is used behind it, so it makes a 3D, so that works nicely. Now here's more, just every page, and isn't that pretty? Very different with that gatefold. And we've got more and more beautiful backgrounds, lots of techniques. Now this is the layering, as you can see, so stamping it multiple times and trimming it out and then folding it. So you've got a 3D ornament, 3D flowers, that works well. And just more. So how about using them for tags? That's a good idea and something that you can miss easily. And let me see, okay. One layer makes is what this is called. So these are done in one layer. Okay, that's a good idea. Seasonal stamping. Oh, how pretty is that? So combining the stamps with that large cutting die. Very pretty. Putting poinsettias on with the holly is something I don't think I would have thought of. And these are some Embossed to Impress. I love that title. And you can see, isn't this striking in the grays or in the blues with silver? Just really, really pretty. And back here, even more ideas using embossing powders. So just tons of ideas. This is a 66-page magazine, and it's nice because you're going to get some information about Chloe herself, and so that's always nice to have. So, Stamps by Chloe, this is the magazine and box kit. You've got papers, you've got cutouts, you've got a stencil, you have stamps, and you have cutting die and embossing folder, all in one package, all ready for you. And season's greetings. I forgot to say, by the way, these are exclusively from Paper Wishes.